Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jevita Chitawan Ichayadi. I am a grade 5 student from Mahabodhi Vidya. I would like to talk about how we, as future generations, fight against hoax, hate speech, and social media abuse. This is a serious topic faced by millennials of generation nowadays. Do you agree that kids like us nowadays are very up to date to technology? Who doesn't know Instagram or Facebook? We are fond of having social media. Quoted from Hootsuite, a media platform company of social media from Canada, in January 2019, around 150 million people in Indonesia are active social media users. The most favorable platform being Facebook, followed by YouTube and WhatsApp. However, social media can be a dangerous weapon to ourselves if we cannot use it wisely. The information that we get from social media is not all true. They may flood us with misleading information. Hoax, hate speech, and social media abuse are the serious issues created by social media. Let me tell you a bit about them. Hoax is something that is used to deceive someone. In this case, some news can be hoax if they are used to trick or deceive other people. Hate speech is a speech that aims to express hatred of a particular group of people. Lastly, social media abuses the use of technology and social media to bully, harass, or intimidate others. These reactions are totally inappropriate. We need to fight them so that we can live more peacefully. The question is, how can we fight the challenge of hoax, hate speech, and social media abuse? These reactions have created massive problems. Companies such as Google, Facebook, and YouTube have done their roles to eliminate these issues by having sophisticated tools to filter the fake news. We, as users, also have to work together with them. It all depends on how we conduct ourselves towards the hoax, hate speech, and social media abuse. Firstly, stay calm and do not overreact. Hoax is created to raise reaction, such as panic and hatred. When we are influenced by the hoax they create, they will get their reputation leveled up. Secondly, do research, and research. Be curious and conduct research about the hoax. Find as many information as you can so that you get to know the fact. Hate speech is harmful for our thoughts. Without realizing it, it will create hatred in our heart. Again and again, do not react to the speech. The more people affected by the hate speech, the more popular the person will be. Try to be neutral and find as much information as you can to kill those hate speeches. When we are updated with true information, believe me, we will start to ignore those speeches. Cyberbullying is one of the examples of social media abuse. If you get this case, stay confident. Be more open-minded to it by not taking too much reaction to it. When we don't react to it, it will stop gradually. In conclusion, hate speech, hoax, and social media abuse can be handled by staying calm and confident. Curiosity and confidence work together to fight against hoax, hate speech, and social media abuse. Keep our chin up and let our mind open up to get these social media problems ended up. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. What a great speech. Well done. My question to you is, you've outlined some of the things that we need to be careful of when using social media. What do you think some of the positive points are for using social media?
Sorry, is that a question from you?
Yes, the question is, do you think there are any positive points for using social media?
Yes, by using social media, we can easily communicate with other people.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Just. Thank you, my founder from British School. Oke, jadi teman-teman semua, ini adalah penampilan dari peserta pertama yang tentunya telah menyampaikan materi tentang sosial media ya. Oke, gimana perasaan kamu sayang?
Before I delivered the speech, I felt really nervous, but now I think I felt better.
Yeah, you feel relief, right? That's good. Oke, kalau gitu tepuk tangan untuk peserta pertama Jivita Citawani Cahyadi. High five. Oke, I wish you a good luck. Silakan kembali. Oke, luar biasa sekali ya. Tadi dia ngomong, yang aku ngerti cuma all I know from her was only social media, WhatsApp, Instagram, and the rest I don't know. Ya, ngomongnya cepat sekali. Bagus ya. Waktu seusia dia sih aku ngertinya main gundu. Baik, selanjutnya kita akan menyaksikan penampilan selanjutnya. Ini juga sudah mempersiapkan dengan baik. Tadi di belakang sempat ngobrol, ya, sempat dengar dia ngobrol-ngobrol. Oke, hopefully dia akan menyampaikan materi dengan sangat baik. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Evan Wibisono from SD Kristen Kalam Kudus, Bandung.
Good morning, respected judges and all audience. I'm Evan Wibisono from SD Kalam Kudus, Bali. Would like to tell you about plastic. Have you ever watched the movie Annabelle come home? Annabelle is a frightening doll that will bring disaster when someone brings her home. We would be afraid if Annabelle is in our home. Annabelle only exists in the movie. But we are never afraid of the trash in our home. Yes, trash. Trash is real, especially plastic waste that nowadays has become a frightening problem. Or even a time bomb that someday could explode, destroy our planet. Plastic. It can be a friend, but at the same time, it also can be our enemy. Plastic waste needs 1,000 years to decompose perfectly. We cannot be separated from plastic because plastics makes everything in our life practical. But we don't realize that plastics has now become the most frightening danger to human life. Imagine, our plastic waste has polluted the seas, damaged the ecosystems, and even killed the fish. Did you know that our old plastic waste here from Indonesia has now even arrived at Phuket Beach in Thailand? And it's still in the same shape. So, what to do to overcome this plastic waste? Reduce, reuse, recycle, and even replace? Yes, so far, this theory is a good way, as long as we do it properly and seriously, not only as a conversation subject or school subject. We must take proper action. Recycling in school. School assigns students to make handicraft from used items, like making artificial flowers from used straws. But the truth is, our mothers will buy dozens of new straws to complete this task. Do you know why? Because we don't have many used straws in our home. In fact, we can see in stores, they even sell straws specifically for school work. That's bad, isn't it? This is just a small example that does not fit the purpose of recycling. So, schools should review the recycling program for their students. Instead of making handicraft, which also end up in the trash, students are better taught to maximize the existence of a garbage ban. Most students are not aware that recycled trash can be valuable. Students only need to collect any plastic waste. Then, school cooperate with the nearest garbage bank for trading. Students will get a bank book which contain the amount of money they get from the trash. It is hoped that students will pay more attention to maintaining the cleanliness of the environment because they will know that they can get money from the trash they have been throwing away. There is also a simple things that can be applied to students which will make a major contribution to reduce plastic waste. Students must bring their own tumbler to school. Schools must provide refilled drinks and stop selling bottled drinks in the school canteen. Do you know how many elementary school students are in Indonesia? We are more than 25 million children. Assume that one child drink a bottle per day at school. So we can reduce plastic bottle waste by 25 million pieces a day. That's just a day. How about a week, a month, a year? It will be more than 5.5 billion bottles. A fantastic amount that we never realize, especially if we get used to carrying tumblers wherever we go. Of course, there will be more plastic bottle waste that can be reduced. School must seriously take on the role on reducing this plastic waste. And if students are educated to care about the environment from childhood properly, we will grow into people who create a cleaner and greener environment. Guys, even though we are just kids and our life are mostly play and study, believe it, we can contribute to create a cleaner and greener Indonesia. Remember, one small step will change your life. Thank you.
Evan Wibisono! Okay, Judge, you may ask a question. Which one of you? Okay, please for Justin Roberts.
Well done. A very important issue that you addressed there. Your generation are familiar with the problems of plastic. How can we educate adults, do you think, to be more aware of this issue?
Educate, sorry?
Educate adults.
We have to be told them, even though we are just kids, we have to told them to, hey dad, please throw away the trash in the right place, like that. Very simple. So you have to be brave on telling people.
Right, so you have to educate your parents, right? Good. Thank you. Well done.
Okay, thank you Judge Justin Roberts. Okay, tepuk tangan untuk Evan Wibisono. Yes. Woo. Anak zaman sekarang ya, ajarin orang tua, educate adults. Gokil, hebat ya. Baik, selanjutnya teman-teman kita akan segera mempersilahkan juga ini peserta yang datang dari kota Bandung juga. So ladies and gentlemen, please join and Hiban Azmi from SD Danul Hikam Bandung.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello ladies and gentlemen and my beloved friends. My name is Muhammad Hiban Azmi and I am a 4th grader from Darul Hikam Elementary School. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like these, the air we breathe in is clear and fresh. That is the thing we normally get every day. However, I just realized I used to take for granted for every blessings I get every day because it is hurtful to know that our brothers and sisters, especially in Riau, Jambi, and Kalimantan, are surviving in order to get clean and fresh air due to the forest fire. The forest fire has made an impact on health problems. They are in danger. That is what happens when we are not loving and keeping our environment. I am now really sad imagining that what if our forests were burned? I began to think about the newest environment and what we should do to our environment. In this occasion, I am going to share 4 R's that we can do in order to make Indonesia cleaner and greener. 4 R's means refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. First, refuse what you don't need. It means that we have to think before accepting any club to our home. For example, flyers, freebies, plastic bags, plastic straws, or any other plastic materials that will go in the trash. Now, I used to think that if we drink some beverages, we would always use a straw. But then again, it's completely okay to just drink it without the straw. Or maybe we could change it into reusable straws, such as wooden straws or acrylic straws. Second, reduce using plastic. Now, I usually bring my bottle and food container everywhere I go. I believe that it can save the environment because I don't need to buy food, which is mainly wrapped by plastic. Plus, it also saves my money. In addition, I have been helping my big sister on her private to reduce waste. Do you know that a Band-Aid is not recyclable waste? My sister and I were conducting a research to make a Band-Aid from eco-friendly material recovery, and that moon orchid petals are chosen because they are flexible and can be tied to the skin. Wow! I'm sure if many people are continuing to do research, we can make the world a better place. Third, reuse by using what you have. I have reusable cloth bags, so whenever I buy something, I bring my own bag. The good thing is that I can reuse it, unlike a plastic bag. And I also start to use papers on both sides. And I began to read the new books, which is also provided by Erlangga. Thank you, Erlangga. Fourth, recycle what you can. I did some recycle projects in my school, like a chair from plastic bottles, a guitar from a shoebox, and even a trash can from a used milk container. It's so fun because it can improve my creativity. In my house, which is located in northern London, we have to keep the environment because it's water absorbing medium, and that affects London's ecosystem. We categorize inorganic and organic waste, and then we dump a hole for common and inorganic waste to make a compost. It made my grandmother super happy because she loves gardening. And now we have a lot of trees and plants. And if you're lucky enough to visit my house, you can get some plants for our garden. That is all I want to share about 4 R's to make Indonesia cleaner and greener. I believe that little actions could give a great impact if we all do it together. I would like to close my speech with quotations. Keep the earth cleaner and greener. It's not Uranus, save the earth. It's our only source of chocolate. I am Muhammad Hiban Asri. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tepuk tangan untuk M. Hiban Azmi. Hi bro, how are you bro?
Great.
Great, okay, that's good. Okay, Judge, please.
I don't really expect myself to be here right now.
Alright, okay, don't be nervous. Okay, stand still. Okay, just be calm. Everything will be good, bro. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Brilliant speech, very inspiring, and I think you had a very important message that we need to spread around Indonesia and the world right now. So, do you have any ideas of spreading your message further on a national or even international level? Because I think it's very important. How could you do this?
Maybe post it on social media? I don't know.
Sounds like a good start.
That's all? That's all?
I don't know. Maybe you guys should tell it.
You? I should tell you? It's your turn. It's your space, bro. Okay. That's all? That's all? Okay, thank you very much, Jazz. Okay, bro, high five. I wish you a very good luck. Silakan kembali. Tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk M. Hiban Azmi. Good from Bandung, ya. Everything we ask, he will answer. I don't know, maybe you. I don't know, maybe you. Alright, pretty similar like Nickelodeon sounds. Okay, selanjutnya kita akan mempersilahkan peserta selanjutnya. Ini cukup jauh datangnya. Dari Samarinda. Ya, please welcome Anaura Fatina Maiza Ghassani dari SD Fastabikul Khairat Samarinda.
say we cooperate. Our president, Mr. Jokowi, said, yes, we do. Ready, youth? May peace be upon you. Let us thank to God, the Almighty, who has given us mercy and blessing today. Respected judges and beloved audience, very good morning. How is everyone today? Great, hopefully. My name is Anaura Fatihah Maiza Gasani, and I'm a 5th grader from Fakstabiku Koirot Elementary School. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with the first quote from the first Indonesian president, Sukarno. Give me 1,000 old men, and I will undoubtedly rip Semeru from its roots. But give me 10 youth, and I will undoubtedly shake the world. Gentlemen, youth is a future generation of the Indonesian nation. So young generation, including me, is actually a very important component and needs to be involved in the development of the Indonesian nation for better and greater of Indonesia. And today, youth should be youth with the mission. Without the contribution of youth, Indonesia will certainly find it difficult to change, and it will be easy to lose the Indonesian identity. We don't want that to happen, right, audience? Well, audience, dear judges, therefore, the contribution of youth as the nation's next generation to make a better and greater of Indonesia has several roles. First, agents of change. The Indonesian youth determines the progress of the Indonesian nation. Without the contribution of youth, Indonesia will certainly find it difficult to change. The Indonesian youth, through the success of positive changes that can be made, we become the agents of change. Second, agents of development. This about 25% of the world population is youth. So, as the Indonesian youth, we must have roles and responsibilities in an effort to launch or implement various types of development in various fields. This can be seen by the presence of many educators who are still relatively young and passionate about providing quality education to their next generation, like doctor or professor in a very young age. Third, agent of modernization. This means that the Indonesian youth must have the ability to analyze changing times. Modernization gives a big example of innovation and change. This, for one example, Mr. Habibie, as the Indonesian nation's knowledge father, there will be born many youth as the nation's next Habibie generation, the third late president of the Indonesian nation. We will truly miss him. Ladies and gentlemen, before I close this speech, I think I have to consider a question that might be all ask. I was born on the day and I thought, what is in my country? And what was in my country? And what will be in my country? What the world thought of me? You, us, only on my thoughts for changing my country into greatness. Dear Indonesian youth, dear audience, our time, our turn. Come on, let us put our hands together and let us put our best effort to our beloved country. May peace and mercy and blessing be with you too. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Anaura Fatina Maiza Gassani.
My question to you is, do you think there's anything that the Indonesian government can do to encourage children from the poorer villages to stay in school for longer?
I think the Indonesian nation should have show their talent to the world, that they have talent that is very, very amazing, and that will help increase the Indonesian youth of the nation.
Thank you very much.
Oke, thank you Michael Miller. Oke, selamat ya kamu ya. Sintos dulu high five sama aku. Oke, good luck. Dingin sekali tangan kamu sayang. Oke, tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Anaura Fatina Maiza Gasani dari SD Fastabikul Khairat Samarinda. Good. Coming up next, ini tidak kalah jauh dari kota yang terkenal dengan apa ya? Kerupuk apa ya? Enak lah pokoknya makanannya ya. It's from Palembang. Ya, sudah siap? Please welcome Ataya Putri Edward SD Kusuma Bangsa Palembang.
Good morning, respected judges, committee members, teachers, and other participants. Hello, my name is Ataya Putri Edward from Kusuma Bangsa Elementary School, Erlangga. This is a great privilege to stand here and present my speech entitled My Contribution for Cleaner and Greener Indonesia. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the Almighty God that we can gather together here in a good health and condition. And also, I would like to say thank you for the dear judges for giving me a chance to stand here and present my speech. We are all Indonesians here, aren't we? Or some of you are not. I'm pretty sure that you love Indonesia so much. Indonesia is a great country. I believe most of us know a famous song, Kolam Susu, sung by our legendary group, Plus. This song gives the best picture of Indonesia and the richness of her natural resources. Imagery. It says, hook and fishnet are enough to support life. Fish and prawns will come up to you. And the most interesting lyrics that people say is our soil is heavenly soil. All these are blessings bestowed upon us and our motherland. We have enjoyed every good thing in our country for so long that we may feel complacent. We might have taken everything for granted. We have seen beauty every single day of our life that we do not appreciate them that much. Imagine, someday all the green trees, the crystal clear streams are gone. They slowly vanish away. Our abundant fields, fragrant hills will look dry and yellow. If that happens, there will be no more kolam susu. Ladies and gentlemen, our nation has a brighter future and a brighter still. Therefore, we must not let that happen. Indonesia must stay clean and green, even cleaner and greener. To have cleaner and greener Indonesia, I believe we should work together hand in hand, especially for the young generation. I believe you, and I should do something for cleaner and greener Indonesia because we have the responsibility of the continuity of this nation. But how? How can young generation assist to keep Indonesia cleaner and greener? They have things to do. Firstly, they need to change their lifestyle. I noticed that my lifestyle does not only affect me alone, but also affect the environment and people around me. I often notice that young people have low awareness to dispose their trash properly. They may think that public places are not their home. But here, young generation needs to understand that every inch of Indonesia's land is their home. To take care of with much care and love. Let's sense belonging. I used to throw my trash carelessly, not anymore. For I want my home, my country to be clean. Guys, never litter. Streets, drains, rivers are not dustbins. Secondly, we must protect the environment around us by controlling pollution. Maybe we cannot control air pollution pollution from aged vehicles and factories. But we can start with our small parts. As for me, I bring my own tote bag to the grocery store. I use my own bottle or tumbler. I reuse the use of styrofoam. Those small parts can minimize the use of plastics. Come on, friends, let us save our environment from undegradable substances. They may toxicate our soil and waters. Lastly, we must do the activity of recycling and using. In fact, recycling and using shows that we have the character of resourcefulness and truthfulness. We may think of a creative and productive idea. How can we recycle and reuse the use of papers, plastic, glass, even metals? Those materials can be transformed into more new and useful stuff. As for me, I have ever made a tissue box from cardboard and newspaper, and also make a difference between organic trash and non-organic trash. Organic trash, such as leftovers that can be changed into soil. Non-organic, such as sugar bags and oil. Indonesia young generation, let us take care of our beloved country. We may not do much because we are still young, but we can maximize what we can do now. Remember to have a healthy lifestyle by not littering, controlling air pollution as much as we can, and involving the activity of recycling and use things that we have. Let us create a good character and a positive habit in us. Let us stand for cleaner and greener Indonesia. Thank you.
Alright, kita berikan tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Ataya Putri Edward dari SD Kusuma Bangsa Palembang. Luar biasa sekali. So now judge who will ask a question. Justin, okay, please.
Well done. You obviously feel quite passionately about your topic. My question is not about your speech. You're from Palembang. I have never been to Palembang. Why should I visit your city?
Because Indonesia is a great city. There are so many good things that we can see about there. There is so many things that we can visit. There's museums, there's old history, and Indonesia is amazing.
And pempek.
Yes.
Pempek, yes, pempek. You know, Palembang people are very awesome because they eat, kapal selam, yeah. Pempek, kapal selam. You know, what is kapal selam in English? Submarine. You know, Indonesian people can eat submarine. Submarine, yes, they eat as a daily food in Palembang. Trust me. Okay, is that all your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, terima kasih banyak Just. Thank you so much and good luck ya. Silakan kembali. Luar biasa sekali. Orang Indonesia, man, submarine dimakan. Ya luar biasa. Selanjutnya juga ini masih dari pulau yang sama dengan kita, tapi agak ke tengah sedikit. She comes from Semarang. Please welcome Alicia Zara Kirana, SD Mondial Semarang.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I would like to begin my speech by singing some lines from this famous song. We love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. Raise your hand if you know the song. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alicia Zara Kirana. If you know this song is about raising awareness about the environmental conditions of our earth. But today, I am not going to be talking about the world. I am going to be focusing mainly on our beloved country, Indonesia. 2015 might be the worst year for Indonesia's forest fires. The biggest forest fires happened in Sumatra and Kalimantan. This did not only affect our country, but also our neighboring countries such as Singapore and Malaysia. As of 2019, ConserveEnergyFuture.com stated out that Citarum River is the second most polluted river in the world. What are we going to do about this? Are we just going to stay quiet? The answer is a big no. A big no. So, what can we do to make Indonesia greener and cleaner in the future? I think as future generations of Indonesians actually reduce the use of virgin materials, which usually involves harvesting trees and mining the earth. The second reason is saving energy. Paper is a great example of how recycling conserves energy. GeneralKinematics.com stated out that when we recycle about 1 ton of paper, we actually save about 20 tall trees, 7,000 gallons of water, 400 gallons of oil, and about 4,000 kilowatt per hours of energy. Imagine all the trees, oil, energy, water we can save if that were all to be recycled. Ladies and gentlemen, the next reason is reducing pollution. Jenna Jembeck, a professor at the University of Georgia, said that based on her research in 2015, Indonesia is the second biggest plastic waste producer in the world. I think we can simply start reducing pollution by just bringing your own water bottle instead of buying mineral water when you want to drink. Ladies and gentlemen, the next reason is saving money. Households can save money by reusing materials and by practicing smart shopping habits that reduce waste. Everyone knows that we have to pay about 200 rupiah for the plastic bags you get in supermarkets. I know it's not much, but imagine all the money we can reduce in a month or even a year, or how much rubbish we can reduce if we bring an eco-friendly bag whenever we go shopping. Ladies and gentlemen, the last example is doing reforestation. I know it might sound impossible for us to do so, as we live in the city, but we can simply start by just planting some potted plants in our house. I know it's not much, but even one plant can make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you have heard about a man called Mr. Sadiman from Monogiri, or people used to call him Mbak Sadiman. This 69-year-old man is one of the real heroes of Indonesia. It all started 20 years ago when he felt that his village always ran out of water during dry seasons. Even though people thought that he was crazy, he started planting trees on the mountain slope near his village. Not only for 1 or 2 years, this happened for 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me right. 20 years. Now, the people in this village never run out of water during dry season, thanks to him and his crazy act. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should be ashamed if we cannot plant just one tree. One tree. One man, one tree, and 20 years later, our children will benefit from what we do. Why? Because one tree can produce over 1.2 kilograms of oxygen each day, and humans only need about 0.5 kilograms of oxygen each day. So basically, one tree is saving 2 humans' lives. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. Thank you and have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.
Tepuk tangan untuk Alisa Zara Kirana, SD Model Semarang. Kok semangat. Okay, Judge, please.
Hi there, great speech, very passionate, great. So you seem to be very passionate about your topic, which is great. Tell me a little bit about your hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time? And is there any way you think you could inspire young people to incorporate being eco-friendly and environmentally friendly in their free time?
I personally have bring my own eco-friendly bag whenever I go shopping, as it reduces a lot of waste. And also, I've tried to categorize my trash into certain categories. And I've also have this zero plastic policy, where I don't use plastic straws, I use metal straws. But what's better is to use bamboo straws, as sometimes metal straws still produce waste. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you Just. That's our friends. Okay, aman? Thank you. Sampai ketemu lagi ya, sukses. Silakan kembali. Itulah dia Alisa Zara Kirana, SD Model Semarang. Nah, before we continue, ada informasi dokumentasi peserta lomba akan diupload melalui Instagram @Erlangga Talent Week dan juga @buku Erlangga. So make sure you have followed those accounts ya. Jangan lupa juga posting Instastory, live ataupun feed kalian semuanya menggunakan hashtagnya adalah ETW ya. Ini loh ETW ETW 2019 ya, dan juga hashtag Erlangga Talent Week 2019, dan khusus lomba ini tambahkan juga hashtag ETW 2019 underscore speech contest ya, supaya teman-teman yang di luar sana yang nggak tahu kalau lagi ada kontes di sini mereka bisa nyusul ke sini buat nonton ya. Dan juga tentunya kalian bisa menggunakan aplikasi Erlangga Talent Week di Play Store dan juga iOS. Silahkan dicek aplikasinya, di download, dan jangan lupa untuk cek YouTube Erlangga Inspirasi ya. Selanjutnya kita punya peserta yang datang dari Makassar. Yes. Please welcome, this is Vincent from SD Bambini, Makassar.
Good morning to our Board of Judges, Masters of Ceremony, and to everyone that is here today. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for giving me an opportunity to stand in front of you and to deliver my speech. I am Vincent Hidayat. I'm a 5th grade student, and I'm ready to give my best contribution for cleaner and greener Indonesia. Indonesia, our beloved country, is a beautiful country. And you, all of us, are responsible to keep it clean and to keep it green. It's quite fascinating that we live in a country with more than 18,000 islands as a treasure chest of incredible wildlife, a home for 10 to 15% of the world's known plants, animals, mammals, and birds. However, 74 million hectares of Indonesian rainforest have either been logged, burned, or even degraded. Seriously, our nation is suffering from environmental issues, water pollution, and air pollution in urban areas. Truly, we are calling for immediate protection. Many of us think that we are affects the future that we will live in. Trying to live cleaner and greener surely takes time and effort. It involves more plannings, and we can start it from ourselves. Remember, small steps make big changes, and it starts with you. In Indonesia, rapid growth of population causes vast quantities of waste and also deforestation. Thus, realization and awareness about environmental issues is really important among students. Therefore, students need to live in a lifestyle in such a way that pollution can be controlled as much as possible. Plastic bags are really harmful for the environment and aquatic animals. Students can avoid taking plastic bags from shopkeepers during shopping, since many grocery stores introduce a fee for plastic bags to reduce the usage of them. But many people still continue to purchase something that is very harmful for the environment and their own place to live. Yeah, to pay the plastic bags for other reasons. Well, we probably would say my mom at home could probably reuse the plastic bags as trash bags. It seems slightly helping the environment, but do you realize that it takes over 500 years to decompose the plastic? Thus, the most affordable way for this is to bring our own cloth bag every time we go out. If an apple a day keeps the doctor away, then 1 tree a month keeps the pollution away. We all must plant at least 1 tree in a month. If I plant a tree today, I can make green space and unadulterated oxygen for myself, family, friends, and everyone around me. I'll invite my friends to do the same thing as well. Therefore, I would like to conclude my speech by telling you again some of the practices that we can do as students to create significant differences towards the environment. Using less plastic and starting to plant trees. I really want to see Indonesia cleaner and greener again. That's all my speech for today. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great and wonderful day. God bless you all.
Round of applause for Vincent dari SD Bamini Makassar. Hi bro. Wow, that's good. Okay, Judge, please, Michael Miller.
Fantastic speech, and you've raised some excellent points regarding our environment. I'm wondering if you can help me with something. I have purchased a cloth reusable bag. My problem is that sometimes when I get to the supermarket, I've forgotten it at home. Do you have any tips for me in how I can remember to always bring my cloth bag?
Well, we have to remember that if we don't bring it, we're not protecting our country. And if we do bring it, we're protecting our country and showing that we love our country so much that we will protect it from anything.
A very good response. Thank you very much.
Oke, thank you, Michael Miller from British School. Oke, aman ya semua ya, sudah tenang ya. Oke, oh wajahnya kayak panik sekali. But that's good. Oke, silakan kembali. Vincent dari SD Bamini Makassar, ya. So you have to keep it in your mind. Kalau tidak bawa, kalau belanja itu ya ke Maret-Maret itu kalau nggak bawa plastik yang reusable itu berarti kalian merusak Mother Earth loh. Siapa yang mau buminya rusak? Nggak ada ya, jadi harus bawa reusable bag ya, jangan lupa. Nah selanjutnya kita akan... Oh iya, who's speaking? Oh itu ya, sorry. Kita akan terbang ke cukup jauh, dari Makassar kita melangkah ke Medan ya. Please welcome Luna Syifa Bawazir, SD Prime 1 School, Medan.
Good morning, everyone! Especially to my respected judges, the excellencies, and to all of my friends who are participating in this. It is an honor to speak to all of you here today. My name is Luna Syifa Bawazir. I am a student from Prime 1 School, Medan, Elementary 6. Now, have anyone thought about what can we do as students, future generation, to make Indonesia greener and cleaner? Ladies and gentlemen, it is well known that humans has negatively impacted our beloved Earth, including carbon dioxide emission that causes problem to our ozone layer. But what about the other unseen ways in which humans have harmed our planet? For the most part, our landfills and deforestation. These two are things that people don't worry about in day-to-day living. When we have a closer look, it takes a huge part of the planet's problem. It will be surprisingly different if everyone is a little more green-minded. Embracing a greener lifestyle takes time and effort. It takes time and also involves me, you, and to all of us. It involves more planning and foresight. However, with the right resources, with the right action, I believe that we will have a greener and cleaner country. Here are some tips how to live a greener family in Indonesia. First, plant more trees. You can start planting trees near your house or at your schoolyard. Like in high school, we have a program called Eco Warrior Program. In this program, students from different classes would take part being saving the environment. They will plant more trees at our greenhouse. Not just trees, but also other plants, such as flowers, vegetables, fruits, and even medicinal plants. Second, use reusable bag. If you went to the grocery shop, of course, the cashier will give you a plastic bag to hold up all of your stuff. But for me, that is unnecessary. Why? Because after you use it, you just throw it away. So it's better for us to bring our own bag. And plus, you'll be more stylish. Third, reuse old water bottle or purchase a water bottle that you can refill it. Instead of tossing out a new water bottle every time you need to quench your thirst. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, save the energy. Saving the energy is one absolutely important way that we can apply in our daily life. If you're not using any appliances or you're not in a room, it's better for us to turn off any electronic goods, lights, computer, even air conditioner. Well, those are just simple tips that we can implement in our daily life. But how about if each of us students, future generation, hand in hand, together, implementing this action, I believe that we will have a greener and cleaner Indonesia. So, if you don't take the action now, then when will? If you don't start first, then who will? Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to go green. It's time for us to make difference. It's time to take an action for a greener and cleaner country, Indonesia. For me, for you, and all of us. Well, that is the end of my speech. I hope that inspire all of you here. My name is Luna Shifa Bawazir. Thank you and have a great day!
Luna Shifa Bawazir, SD Prime 1 School Medan. Wow, perfect. Kita akan langsung ke Dewan Juri Judge, please. Who will ask question? Justin, please.
Well done. Excellent speech.
Thank you.
At the beginning of your speech, you mentioned carbon dioxide emissions.
Yes.
And I wondered if you had any suggestions how we could encourage people to use public transport more than private cars.
Well, as you can know, if we use it produces more carbon dioxide and also will ruin our ozone layer. It's better for us to ride bikes more. It also will be faster and easier.
To use our bikes.
Yes, I've ever.
Okay, good suggestion. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you Justin Roberts. Oke, untuk kamu Luna Shifa Bawazir semoga sukses ya. Tos dulu. Oke, good. Silakan kembali. Tepuk tangan untuk Luna Shifa Bawazir SD Prime 1 School Medan. Horas, Pak. Horas. Yes. Gunakan public transportation ya, apalagi kalau di Jakarta sekarang gubernur kita sudah memberikan in Jakarta, our governor have already created the own way for the bicycle. So for those people who use the bicycle, they have their own road on the left side. Oke, jadi buat teman-teman yang mau mengurangi polusi, pakai sepeda, goes ya. Bike to work, that's good. Ya, ada jalannya sendiri. Kalau mau naik sepeda lipat juga bisa, naikin ke public transportation juga boleh. MRT, LRT boleh bawa sepeda ya. We can bring Sally sepeda lipat, foldable bike ya. Oke, jadi kita akan melangkah ke peserta selanjutnya. Dan ini datangnya juga, wah ini jauh-jauh semua ya. Alright, good. Dari Yogyakarta. Sudah siap? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Daniel Edi Wicaksono, SD Mutiara Persada, Yogyakarta.
honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Edwin-Wicaksono, and I am from Yogyakarta. Today, I want to present my speech about what can we do as students or youth generations to make Indonesia greener and greener. Indonesia is a country that has many beautiful islands, endemic species of plants and animals, and good potential of natural and human resources. But our country has lots of serious problems that we have to concern about. The first problem is waste. Indonesia is widely known as a country that has serious problems with waste management, especially plastic waste. According to Roland Geyer in his research, in 2017, approximately 6,300 metric tons of plastic waste had been generated, but only 9% of it had been recycled. And the ends up in landfills. According to Indonesian Environment and Forestry Minister, Mrs. Siti Nurbaya, around 9.8 billion plastic bags are used in Indonesia each year. 95% of it ends up as waste. Studies have proven that one plastic bag can take up 200 years to decompose. It's very dangerous for our country. Now, we all know about the dangerous thing about plastic waste. Now we are talking to the solutions we have to solve this problem. The first solution is to practicing zero waste lifestyle. It is a lifestyle that people completely eliminate their trash, but in reality it's hard to be done. So we will take the easiest way but still do the job to reducing plastic waste. Like using container made of stainless steel and drink using metal straw. And also if you go shopping, you can use reusable shopping bag. The second solution is simple waste management. It's called 3 R's. It stands for reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let me take some examples. Today, if you find a plastic bottle, you can change it to useful things like piggy bank or plastic things, pencil things. So that we can reduce the plastic waste in our country. So the conclusion, our country has lots of serious problems that we have to concern about. But if we work together, then our country can be more cleaner and greener. So let us work together to make our country more cleaner and greener. This is the end of my speech today. Thank you for your attention. I hope we can take something good from what I delivered today. Thank you, good morning, and have a wonderful day.
Kita berikan tepuk tangan untuk Daniel Edi Wicaksono. Luar biasa sekali. Bro, kamu lemas sekali, tangannya dingin sekali loh. Tangannya dingin sekali, kenapa kamu? Agak nervous sedikit ya? Enggak nervous. Udah sarapan? Sudah. Sarapannya kapan? Kemarin. Pantes ya lemas kamu ya. Oke, Judge, please, Tessa. Okay.
Yes, great speech, very inspiring again on the topic of the environment. So obviously you're passionate about this. How do you think is the best way of inspiring young people? I mean, do you get the chance to tell your friends at school about this, try to spread the message? What's their reaction?
Like make a poster to say the word, our country especially, because our country is a big country and must to reducing plastic waste. So we will make a poster and working with the teachers and the commissions of the school to working with students to reducing plastic in our school.
Sounds like a great idea.
Alright, thank you Tessa friends. Oke, brother, good answer ya. Dingin sekali, beneran sumpah. Oke, good luck ya. Silakan kembali. Tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Daniel Edi Wicaksono, SD Mutiara Persada, Yogyakarta. Ya. Pakai poster, dia gambar ada poster sekolah untuk reducing plastic. That's good. Selanjutnya kita akan beralih ke, wow, jauh lagi dari Yogyakarta kita akan terbang ke Pekanbaru. Wow. Pekanbaru is new week. New week. Okay. Week apa? Week pekan. New baru. Pekanbaru new week ya. Datang dari new week alias Pekanbaru. Please welcome Zia Lafaisa SD Biliar Pekanbaru.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable the Judge of Erlangga English Speech Contest 2019, the participants, and all audiences that attend here. Okay, have you imagined if the water could talk and complain about the ways that we spelled on it? Probably it would not want to give benefit anymore, such as we cannot take a bath today too. Imagine if fish complain about the trash we throw out to the sea, then they have no place to live anymore and move to the mainland. Will we be neighbors with the killer shark? And if the shark starfish? Yes, what would in shark mind you? That's scary. I mean, our environment has a great influence in our life. Good or better condition of our environment will definitely affect our life, even our existence. It means we need to keep environment to be clean and green. So, how can we keep our environment, especially Indonesia, to be cleaner and greener? I am Zela Faisal Setiawan from Brilliant Islamic School, Pekanbaru Riau. Today, I would like to deliver a speech about what we can do as a student or future generation to make Indonesia cleaner and greener. Ladies and gentlemen, let's close our eyes and remember few years back. Few years ago, there were many green trees around us, but now those green trees are gone and replaced with gray stiff buildings. Few years ago, we could still breathe deeper to fill our lungs with fresh air of oxygen. But now, those refreshing oxygen was gone and replaced with thick carbon monoxide. Few years ago, we could still look at our reflection on the river because of the clear water. But now, those reflection was gone and replaced with pale face of trash. Gray stiff building that we see, carbon monoxide that we breathe, and polluted water that we drink become our daily menu right now. Do we just stay still and enjoy those bitter menu every day? Or we can do something small hoping to see green trees, breathe fresh oxygen, and drink clear water once more. Allah said in Al-Quran Surah Al-A'raf 56, A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Wa la tufsidu fil ardi ba'da islahiha wad'uhu khawfan wa tama'an. Inna rahmatallahi qaribun minal muhsinin. And do not make mischief in the earth after its reformation, and call on Him fearing and hoping. Surely the mercy of Allah is nigh to those who do good to others. Ladies and gentlemen, from the ayah of Al-Quran, Allah said that the mischief in the earth happened because of us. Actually, everything in this world is great for us. So, let's keep our environment, especially in Indonesia. Well, as young generation, what can we do? What is our role? Protecting the environment can be started from us. Let's suggest ourselves and our mind that it is important. The future condition of our environment depends on us. Remember, my friends, our environment is our life. If it is destroyed, our life will be destroyed too. As a student, something that we can do is doing small actions, such as 1. Put trash in the right place. 2. Not to take extra plastic bag when we go shopping. 3. Plant some tree. 4. Save electricity and reduce the usage of motor vehicle. Those will save our environment from destruction. If those small actions are done by people in this world, it will create an opportunity to restore our environment from destruction once more. An American author, Brian McGill, said that create and maintain a beautiful environment and surrounding in which you live. Like this song, we love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. Do you love your earth? Do you love your home? Let's keep our home to be cleaner and greener. We love the earth. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Zea Faisa, tunggu sekali lagi. Oh, nice. Zea, kamu kecil sekali. Ya, gimana perasaan kamu, sayang?
Very happy.
Very happy. Oh, I'm happy too. Okay, just Michael. Okay.
Yes, thank you. A lovely speech. It seems to me that there are two problems. One is that we need to prevent using plastics and other products. The second is that we already have plastics in our rivers and oceans. Do you think it's just as important to look for ways that we can clean our waterways?
Okay, maybe do not throw out the trash to the sea. We could still maybe plastic bag. When we go shopping, we need to take our plastic bag, our plastic bag. Not to take extra plastic bag when we go shopping. So we can clean the ocean more faster than now. Because now the ocean is very dirty for me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jas. Oke, terima kasih banyak Zia Faisa. Good luck ya, semoga kamu berhasil nanti ya. Silakan kembali. This is Zia Faisa SD Brilliant Pekanbaru. Ya, New Week. Pekanbaru ya. Jadi intinya tadi jawabannya pertanyaan tadi jawabannya adalah kita harus bawa tas belanja kita sendiri. Intinya seperti itu supaya kita tidak mengotori our ocean. Alright. Last but not least, ini datang dari kota yang ada di Jawa Timur, ya, East Java. Datangnya dari Sidoarjo. Ya, ada yang dari Sidoarjo? Nggak ada? Oh, ada Sidoarjo. Aku juga orang Sidoarjo loh, Podong Darjo. Kerupuk udang main aja tenang. Mantap. Oke. Langsung aja please welcome ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Raditya Putra Diandra, SD Mimnu Pucang Sidoarjo.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Is there any people here often buy drinks with plastic package when shopping? And is there any people here often buy food with plastic package when shopping? And after consuming it, the plastic are thrown away without knowing the impact. My name is Kevin Raditya and I'm 10 years old from Mimnu Pucang Sidoarjo Elementary School. Today, I'd like to deliver a speech with the title, Zero Waste and Green Lifestyle. So, as we already know, at this era, we face a very serious problem of global warming and environmental pollution. Everywhere, illegal logging on a large scale and people do little, which cause the air pollution. So, we as the younger generation should be able to address this issue by way of calling people to conduct reforestation and cleaning up the garbage carried around the environment, especially the plastic waste.
because the plastic waste can only be found in the past 400 years. Also, we as the younger generation is obligated to keep our environment publicly, so as not littering and separate the plastic waste from the organic waste. Also, try to suggest the people to reduce the use of plastic tools with tools which is made of environmental friendly materials. Well, brothers and sisters, it's time for zero waste lifestyle or the earth that is more uninhabitable. When the first time people heard about zero waste, the often heard reaction is, how is it possible? You can't live without making garbage. And it is true. In our society, it's not easy not to make garbage. It's not easy to find food without plastic package in the supermarket. So zero waste is not just about recycle. This is common misconception. Actually, zero waste stands for refuse, reduce, and reuse. And when it's really not possible for these three things, just to recycle and rot. But on the other hand, just cleaning is not enough because we also need a healthy air condition, and that can only happen in a green environment. By making small steps but having a big impact. Everything starts from ourselves. Do not throw rubbish anywhere we want. However, if you see rubbish around us, pick it up and throw it in the rubbish bin without expecting any price. And also, plant greenery in our house, even though it's limited to a small garden. And I'm sure, even with small steps, we could make Indonesia much more cleaner and greener. Therefore, let's make our environment clean and green by campaigning the things that I mentioned before to all peoples. Let's take care of our nature so that we can have a better future. And I think it's time for me to end the speech, begging your pardon. Finally, I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Kevin Raditya Putra Riandra. Tepuk tangan boleh? Okay, Prof. Sidoarjo. How do you feel?
Still nervous.
Still nervous? Okay. Everything will be fine, bro. Okay, now please, Justin.
Yes, well done. And your speech is a very important message. A common theme among all the contestants today has been individual responsibility, lifestyle changes to help reduce plastic consumption. Do you have any suggestions for the government? How do you think the government could help with this issue?
Maybe I will ask to the government to convince the citizens so that they will reduce the use of plastic and always bring a reusable bags when going to mini market or supermarket. And also, try to separate the plastic waste from the organic waste. And one more thing, do reforestation. Because in Indonesia, it's so dry. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, perfect answer. Thank you, and thank you Justin for asking question. Bro, kita sama Wong Darjo ya, jangan panik, J. Oke bro, oke silakan kembali. Tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Kevin Raditya Putra Riandra, Milno Puja Sidoarjo. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to the next stage which is the junior high school. Kita tentunya akan mempertemukan juga ada 11 peserta dari SMP